Hi, this is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com. This is the South Carolina College Baseball video recap for Wednesday, May the 21st. There were 7 games involving state teams played on Wednesday, and of course, all of them were in conference tournaments. Let's take a look at what went on. In the ACC tournament up in Durham, Dominic Leasty's 2-run homer in the first inning gave Clemson the lead, and the Tigers went on to beat Virginia Tech by a score of 6-1 in their first game in the ACC tournament. Of course, Virginia Tech had won a play-in game yesterday, or a first-round game yesterday against Stanford. Leasty also had a 2-run double later in the game for the Tigers. Jaron Purify had 3 hits for Clemson, and Aiden Kanak pitched 6 innings effectively for Clemson, which is now 42-15. The Tigers advanced to play NC State on Thursday. In the Big South Conference tournament, Winthrop beat Radford 6-0 as Owen Sarna and Harrison Wilson combined for a 7-hit shutout. The Eagles scored 2 runs in the 6th to break up a double shutout, added 3 in the 7th and another in the 8th. Colin Crowley and Jalen Hernandez had 3 hits apiece for the Eagles, who are 30-27, and Nate Cronus had a home run for Winthrop. Later in the day, Charleston Southern beat Presbyterian 12-2, scored 4 runs in the first inning, 5 in the second, and they coasted into a second-round game. Kane Collins and A.J. Martin had 3 hits apiece for the Buccaneers, who improved to 29-20. That loss sent Presbyterian into an elimination game later on in the day, and the Blue Hose lost again to Radford by a score of 9-2. That ends PC's season at 17-35, and unfortunately they ended it on a 13-game losing streak. In the Coastal Athletic Association tournament down in Charleston, Jake Brink pitched a 5-hit shutout over 7 innings as Charleston run-ruled William and Mary by a score of 12-0. Dylan Johnson, Avery Neves, Landon Penfield, and Ethan Plyler are all homered for the college, which is now 36-20, I believe. Pardon me on that. I forgot to write down their record. But they advance to a game tomorrow against top seed Northeastern, which is one of the hottest teams in the country. In the Sun Belt Conference tournament, Coastal Carolina beat Georgia Southern in its first game of the day. The Buccaneers, pardon me, the Chanticleers' first game. It's been a long day for me. I'm kind of out of my normal habitat, and so it's been a little sleepy. Anyway, Riley Eichhoff allowed a run and struck out 6 and 7 2/3 innings for the Chanticleers, who have won 15 straight games and are now 45-11 on the season. In the Southern Conference tournament, Wofford beat UNC Greensboro in a play-in game, so now the Terriers advance to the double elimination portion of the tournament down at Ford Field in Greenville. Terriers are now 32-25. Alec Bouchard struck out 10, and Carter Rasmussen struck out 7 for the Terriers as they move on to play the Citadel tomorrow. Tanner Harden had a 2-run single, and Nico Brini homered for Wofford. That Citadel game will be at 7 o'clock at Ford Field. Elsewhere, the other ACC games completed on Wednesday. California won its second straight upset, beat Wake Forest 14-12. Duke beat Pitt 4-3, and Boston College and Virginia are playing as I record this. In the SEC tournament, Texas A&M surprised Mississippi State 9-0. Tennessee outlasted Alabama 15-10, and Oklahoma beat Georgia 3-2. Florida and Ole Miss were playing as I record this. In the other Coastal Athletic Association game on Wednesday, Campbell beat Elon by a score of 10-9. In the other Southern Conference game on Wednesday, Western Carolina run-ruled VMI by a score of 15-1. In the Sun Belt Conference tournament down at Montgomery, Old Dominion surprised Troy 4-2. Southern Mississippi beat Texas State. Marshall and Louisiana are playing as we record this, and the winner faces Coastal Carolina on Thursday. How about that schedule for Thursday? In the ACC, you have California playing Georgia Tech at 3 o'clock, Clemson playing NC State at 7 o'clock. The other 2 quarterfinal games will be played on Friday. In the SEC, Texas A&M will play Auburn at noon. They've pushed back a game, of course, each day of the first 2 days because of weather issues. So A&M and Auburn at noon. Then you have Tennessee playing number 1 Texas at 4 o'clock, and Oklahoma plays in Vanderbilt at 7:30. In the Big South Conference tournament, USC Upstate, the top seed, has its first action. They'll play Winthrop at 11 o'clock up in High Point, North Carolina. And that'll be followed by a 3 o'clock game between number 2 seed High Point and Charleston Southern. Then on the third game of the day, Radford will play the lower seeded loser of games 4 or 5. Depends on who loses. They'll have to play tomorrow. The higher seeded loser will play on Friday. In the Coastal Athletic Association tournament in Charleston, William and Mary will play Elon at 11 o'clock. Top seed Northeastern plays College of Charleston at 3. And UNC Wilmington and Campbell will play at 7 o'clock. In the SoCon tournament, Western Carolina plays Mercer at 3 o'clock, and Wofford plays the Citadel at 7. In the Sun Belt Conference tournament, Troy and Texas State play at 10 o'clock. Georgia Southern will play either Louisiana or Marshall, the loser of that game, at 1:30. Old Dominion and Southern Miss will play at 5 o'clock, and Coastal Carolina will play the Louisiana Marshall winner at 8:30. That's all it is for the action in the South Carolina College Baseball video recap for Wednesday, May the 21st. I hope you're doing well. You can always follow updates at PalmettoStateBaseball.com. I do updates on X regularly at Palmetto Base, and I appreciate you taking time to listen to this or watch it. I hope you enjoy my coverage of college baseball in the state. Let me know if you see something you like or you don't like. For now, this is Rudy Jones of PalmettoStateBaseball.com saying good night. Jesus loves you.